What's up guys, Henry NWR Free here with a new video for you today. And today I have the brand new 5-in-1 builder set for the new Thomas & Friends wood range. Let us take a look at the box. Now first off, let me tell you, we have 5 different layouts we can build. We have oval, triangle, circle, diamond, and hold up, smaller oval. 5 extreme layouts. Like, those things are just crazy. Oh my goodness. But either way, we have kid-friendly, easy to build track, because the old track is apparently not kid-friendly. That's what I'm getting from this. Compatible with other wood track systems, asterisk. Because, you know, we have converters, and that's the only thing that would actually work with it. So either way, the graphics, we can see our trains on the top. And then let's look at the top part. Let's read this. We want the kids playing with the toy to grow up in a world of healthy forests. That's why it's made from sustainable sourced wood. So what they're saying is the original Thomas trains weren't sourced wood. They killed trees and everything. The graphic right there. The 5-in-1 building. Build 5 different layouts. They are hyping that up. I tell you what, this is pretty hype. Children can create 5 different layouts in Infinite Stories designed to encourage young imaginations with quirky story starters like Paint Splattered Thomas. The wooden train set provides the characters and inspiration for kid-crafted tales. Alright. Includes 2 adapters. I love how they emphasize the numbers on here. It's just ridiculous. Compatible with other wood track, including Thomas & Friends Wooden Railway. Yeah, alright. Then we expand your world with engines, destinations, and train sets. And not gonna lie, that's pretty cool to see them all together, but at the end, it's like, we used to have better looking stuff. But I want you to notice something. Can you look at this picture and notice anything? We have the normal wooden railway Henry in the background on top of all the other toys that aren't being played with. Is Henry being made? Nope. But he's there, and he gets to see what he's being replaced with. Oh, the agony. Oh, no. But kid-friendly assembly. Again, it wasn't kid-friendly before. And we got 16 play pieces. A sign, a man, Thomas, Paint Splatter Thomas. Hold up. 6 turns, 3 straights, 1 bridge, 1 of each adapters, and 1 more sign. So that's enough to be said about this, and I'll see you when the box is no longer here. Now let's look at everything we get inside the box. First, we get a Paint Splatter Thomas. We have a paint man, or workman, or whatever you want to say. A workman is dressed up to be a painter. A Sodor Paint Company sign, which is weird because I guess it's supposed to go across the tracks, but doesn't really do it unless we do it like that. So, you know what I say. And then we have a wet paint sign, but what paint is there? Ha! Get it? Because there's no paint on you. Honestly, there's a lot of spots missing. It's not pretty much too different than normal Thomas. The only difference is the paint splatters, of course, and not really saying a lot, honestly. He feels very loose. The wheels feel very loose within him. You hear him shaking easily, and I never noticed him to be that loose before on a previous model. His buffers are there, not painted though, but we have a buffer beam, which is cool, and you can't even tell this is the #1 blue engine looking on at it. It looks like the #1 wood block. But now, oh wait, now he's blue. I missed the dome, honestly. I didn't think that would be something huge. It's just so different. Now, this is the first thing I've looked at Wooden Railway outside the box, so this is my first initial reaction to it as well. It's just, ugh. But, yeah, the magnets are even smaller too, which is really interesting. Thomas, you're missing some paint. Then we have the workman, and honestly, I can't fault the workman. Looks alright. And yes, you can bend his legs, and he can sit down. So I imagine he'll work with Annie and Clarabelle, which now have giant holes in them, which is always fun. Sign, we already went over you. And then the wet paint sign, honestly, this is the same quality of a sign that we were getting toward the later part of Mattel's normal wooden railway. So it's not that big of a surprise. Then we have the track that's incorporated. Let's look at this, actually. This is different. So, as I'll mention later, as I'll mention at the end of this video, the track is a completely different style, which the only way you can connect to the older ones is with the adapters that Thomas is sitting on. It has Thomas and Friends branding in the middle of every single piece of track, in case you forgot who made this track. It's completely flat on the other side, and it's just, like, even the curves are flat now too. And it's just, I don't know, I don't like putting this track together. It just feels so flimsy and weak compared to the other ones. And it's not the wood quality, it's just how the design is cut the whole together. Anyway, let's look at these connector pieces, because this is a riot. They have the Thomas and Friends logo on them, but they're made of complete plastic. And yeah, because, you know, we couldn't make connectors that are wood. That's too much money, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, there's that. Put this back real quick. And then let's look at the bridge real quick, because, you know, where Thomas and Friends wood, we have everything in here is wood now. Nope, this bridge is completely made out of plastic. I don't know what's with all the spots. I guess that's supposed to be paint drops. Honestly, I like the Welcome to Sodor sign, not gonna lie. But this plastic is really flimsy, as you can tell. But what you pretty much do here, Thomas goes around, up the bridge. Oh no, it's a little bit of a drop. It's exhilarating, I'll tell you that. Oh my gosh. This is a high octane set. But hold on, this is just the diamond form. Let us see it in the next form. Now we have the circle form. Now we have the almighty triangle form. Dramatic. Now we have small oval form. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that speed and the power, elegance. Whoa. And now I unveil to you its final form, the most epic form, the large oval. Oh no. Whoa, bridge. Alright, and in case any one of those layouts were difficult for you, it comes with instructions on how to make every single one of them. And hold up. Oh no, if I don't drop it. All the pieces that are included, in case you didn't tell in the box. Now, let's get serious with this, because it's been a lot of jokes. It's been a lot of games. We had some goofs, we've had some gaffes. But either way, this is a goof. Alright, I don't know what they're thinking about when they made this set. Honestly, a 5-in-1 set is a basic set, so you're not going to have too much going on. I mean, for example, there is still a Thomas Wooden Railway set you probably still find at stores right now, at least at the time of making this video, of Thomas in a little covered tunnel. That's all it is, and it just comes with Thomas and a track. And it's about the same price as this, I'd imagine. Honestly, I don't know which one has more pieces. I don't know if it's this one or the other one. The other one's pretty basic too, but at least there you actually get a fully painted Thomas. Now I do like that this one actually has a theme, however. This one had not just your basic standard stock Thomas, but at the same time this is really a starter set. And that's what it should be advertised as. I mean, for it to not come with a Thomas or standard Thomas, that's pretty cool. And I can't fault that, honestly, but at the same time, this is a starter set, and so the first Thomas you're going to get is a paint splatter Thomas. I mean, I think it would have been cool if they had paint on the nose, but that's just me. I'm not going to get into the entire range because I am saving that for a special video. This is a precursor, I guess you could say, of a huge review I'm going to do of the entire range and going over all its faults, and even the small, and when I say small, I mean really small, good things it does. But so far with this set, I'm not really impressed at all. This is $35 United States money, and you're getting 16 pieces, and the quality is just not the same at all. The main reason why they're making Thomas and Friends wood is to ensure parents that the products they are buying their children is made of good wooden quality. But yet, it's just so far and few between. And Thomas, who's supposed to be the main example for this, is nowhere near that standard. I feel like Thomas feels very loose. His wheels feel very loosely constructed underneath him, and there's the bottom of them as well. The paint is just very roughly applied, and it does have a nice sheen, don't get me wrong, but it's just applied differently. I mean, for those stencils or however they do it, it's applied nicely, but it's just very rough. It's not as sanded and as smooth as it used to be, and that was a huge thing I really liked about Mattel, as they catered to parents thinking wood was apparently too dangerous for their kids, so they dulled it. But here it just feels very unfinished, and I guess that's what they're going for. But there's a varnish on top of it, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just confused. I mean, the bridge isn't even made out of wood, and you feel like the main selling point of the thing, Thomas Wood. You feel like in a basic starter set, they can make a destination that's made of wood. Honestly, for the price, I feel like you should at least get a troublesome truck or something like that, because I feel like they're incorporating more troublesome trucks in with the range. It seems like anyway, but I don't know. As this is the only piece of destination and track I've seen besides engines. Is the only thing I've seen in the range besides this, and another set which I don't have my hands on. However, I have so many mixed opinions on this. I'm not going to give my opinion on this as a whole right now, but if you can get this versus another set over $35, I honestly probably choose another Thomas set. There are so many great Thomas sets that are available, and they're going down in price because this is a new era, and unfortunately we have to accept that. But it doesn't mean it has to be bad. Now, I'm going to touch on that on another video, because this is not the place to be saying that. This is just to be talking about this set and not the entire range as a whole, and that needs to be made clear here, alright? This is just my opinion on this set alone, and I will get to every single Thomas Wood product that is out right now in a later video in the range as a whole. However, for this as a normal stock standard wooden train set, I really think this is just mediocre, honestly. I feel like if you want $35 wooden train set, go buy an older Thomas train set that you can get brand new on sale, on clearance now, and cheaper. I think you get an extra 15% off clearance items right now at Toys R Us, and that includes every single piece of Thomas Wood, or Thomas Wooden Railway. And why wouldn't you do that? I mean, especially when you can get something a little bit more bang for your buck. I'm very disappointed in this set, but I'm not going to let it dismay me from a review of the entire range. That will be coming out soon, and that's going to be a very long video. I'm going to go in depth, and I'm not going to leave one stone unturned, I promise you. This is what I need to do as a fan of the series, and to make sure that our opinions are heard as fans and made sure that it's noticed. But I'm not going to go in there completely hating on the product. I'm not going to go in there with one mindset only. I'm going to be open-minded to the concepts that they try to implement, and hopefully we can think of a conclusion, because I don't think we're going to get anywhere with hostility and just rude remarks toward Mattel, harassing them on Twitter as some people have done. I really do believe we need to do critical feedback on there and criticism, and hopefully that will work. But as for this set, I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. And I'm sorry. I mean, this is a really negative review that I've had in forever, and I don't really normally do negative reviews, so this is a big switch up for me. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I know a lot of people hate that I spent money on this, but I had to do it so other people know what they should spend their money on. So either way, guys, I hope you have a good day, and thank you so much for watching. Now, before you click off, the one redeeming factor is my dude can stand on the bridge. Like, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10. 5 stars. Let's go.